Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Romelu Lukaku is officially a Manchester United player. Relief or expectation? We knew it was going to happen, but it's nice to get that official thing from the club. He joins the US tour squad and hopefully we'll see him in less than a week's time, either against LA Galaxy in the early hours of Sunday morning or in the early hours of Tuesday morning against Real Salt Lake. But we're sure to see him in a United shirt very soon. You know what? I never wanted Lukaku this summer. There were players I felt were better that we should have gone for, but now that we've got him and we put that aside and we back him as our striker for this season, I look at Lukaku a little bit more. I mean, I know what Lukaku's all about, and I do have worries about his first touch and, you know, the big games he goes missing, but Mourinho's aware about that, so I trust that. But when you actually look at Lukaku and the actual things that you may not be aware about him, there's a few things that struck me straight away. Yes, he's 24, but he's only just 24. He's only just 24 in May, which is effectively, he's more 23 than he's 24, if you know what I mean. That's very, very young. Only just 24. So all next season he's going to be 24. I've said 24 a lot, but I think that's great. He's not one of those players where he's like 24 but he's 34, is he? No. We don't want any of those rumours. But, you know, I remember seeing that clip of him playing at 16 against others, and it was men against boys. It was like double the size. But, you know, maybe he's a bit of a freak of nature in that sense, but it's certainly going to play into United's hands, 6'3". But more interesting is that when you look back at what Lukaku's done over the last few seasons, which is very important if you're a United fan to see what we're actually getting, because, you know, there are aspects of his game that I think are a little bit clumsy, like I say, his first touch and that. But you can't, you know, what can't speak can't lie. And his statistics over the last few seasons, 2012-2013 season, so 5 years ago, he was literally, what, 18, 19 years of age. He went to West Brom, he played 38 games and he scored 17 goals, which for West Brom, a goal nearly every other game, very, very good stats. Following season, he was on loan at Everton, 16 goals in 33 games, 1 goal every other game. The following season, the following 3 seasons, 48 games, 20 goals, so not quite one every other game. But then the last 2 seasons, 46 games, 25 goals, better than one every other game. And last season, 39 games, 26 goals, so way better. Well, we bought Zlatan, didn't we? And I remember saying this a year ago, Zlatan's whole career, which is a lot longer than Lukaku's, he's always scored a goal every other game, which as a striker, 1 goal every other game is absolutely amazing, unless you're Ronaldo and Messi, you know, nearly score a goal a game, but that's superhero stuff. But Lukaku, goal every other game, whatever the doubts are, and I certainly have them, or have had them, about Lukaku, you can't, you know, 5 years in the Premier League, a goal every other game. I mean, let me give it to you. 317 appearances, 145 goals, which, you know, virtually a goal every other game. And that's a lot of appearances for somebody who's only just turned 24. So I think that's the positive I would take from the sort of extra look into Lukaku that I've done. Internationally, he's got 57 games and 20 goals, so not quite as good, but international football is a little bit different, isn't it? And but certainly the Premier League stuff is very important. You can almost see, well, you can see quite clearly why Mourinho has gone for Lukaku when he couldn't get Morata, because where do you go? Premier League proven is very, very important. So very, very pleased that it's official. Can't wait to see him in a Manchester United shirt. There's definitely room for improvement. But just like I was saying about Morata for the last few weeks, 24, very good striker, but he's got growth in him. Well, Lukaku's definitely got growth. He's only just turned 24 years of age. He needs to improve his first touch. He needs to improve his goal ratio in the bigger games. But he can do that. They are very, very improvable things. And what I like is that we're keeping what we had with Zlatan, a striker who can really bully the opposition, which United haven't really had for a long time before Zlatan. So very, very pleased about that. How will he fit in? What will we do? Well, I think we'll go with one up front like we have done for the last few years. And I think what you'll see is the ability to have the ball. I don't think what we'll see with Lukaku is I don't see him coming into the centre circle like Zlatan and Rooney. And I never liked that anyway. You're a number 9, get on the line, get on the centre backs, on the last line of defence, push them back, and that's where you want to receive the ball. So I can see balls going in from Pogba, Herrera, Mata, Mkhitaryan right into his feet, holding the play up and then moving on from him. He's got to improve on that, but he's strong enough to do it. And I can also see balls going into him where he's turning his defender and going down the channels because he's got the pace to do that. He's almost Rashford and Zlatan combined, really. He's got the pace of Rashford and he's got the hold-up play, not the hold-up play, he's got the strength and the height of Zlatan. And with the improvement, he could become arguably the best striker in Europe. He could do it. Maybe I'm getting a bit carried away there, but he can do it. And I think he'll give United a hell of a lot. And I think that ability... The one thing that would have worried me if Zlatan hadn't got his injury, we would have kept him for another year and teams would have gone, right, we can play a really high line now against Manchester United. Well, they can't do that anymore, because what we have got with Lukaku is somebody who's actually very quick for his size and strength. So very, very positive about that. He's got to be looking at, if you look at what I just mentioned a few minutes ago, you've got to be looking at a goal every other game from Lukaku, or even better. And if you get that, I know we had it with Zlatan, but if we can create the chances that Zlatan missed as well, and Lukaku can put some of them away, I think we're in for a very, very productive season from Lukaku. What targets should we be setting him? Well, I throw that to you. Give us your comments below. But if Zlatan got 28 goals in around 50 games because he got injured, I think Lukaku's got to be looking at 30 goals next season. 30 goals in 60 games would be good, but 30 goals in 50 games, that would be even better. That's what I'd be looking from him. Very happy it's been done though. I actually can't wait to see him in a United shirt. I've seen him plenty in an Everton shirt, and we know what those faults are, but I can't wait to see him in a United shirt and start to sort those issues out, because they will. The minute he starts training with United, they'll be on to him, and I'm sure, having listened to some of his interviews over the last few days, which honestly I hadn't really listened to, he seems like a switched on lad, and I think he will take this opportunity and work really hard. Can't wait for it to get started. Hopefully we've got some more to follow this week. I know there's lots of names being banded about, but let's get it done quick. Let's get them over to America. Let's get them embedded. It feels to me like United are turning a page. No Rooney, no Zlatan. We're turning a new fresh page, and I think we need to get these new players in part of that and get that siege mentality that Mourinho will want. Start building it up on the US tour. But I'm very, very positive. I'm very excited about this week ahead. First game on Sunday. Can't wait. And hopefully we'll get some signings in as well. Back with you later. Thanks everyone for watching. We will be obviously live at 8:30. Unless something else happens, we'll still be live at 8:30. But drop a like, get commenting below, and I'll speak to you all very soon.